Imagine, if you will, a world cloaked in darkness, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs, and the air is thick with the scent of fear. It is in this sinister realm that our story begins. A tale of desperation, betrayal, and the unrelenting pursuit of survival against all odds. Join me now as we embark on a journey into the heart of darkness, where the echoes of our protagonist's terror will reverberate through the corridors of your mind long after the story's end. For in the darkness, there are whispers of unspeakable horrors, lurking just beyond the edge of our perception, waiting to claim their next victim in the dead of night. So gather close, dear listener, and brace yourself for a tale unlike any other, for the horrors that await you in the shadows are beyond imagination. This is not merely a story, it is a descent into madness, a journey into the abyss, and only the brave dare to tread where others fear to roam. Are you ready to confront the darkness that lies within? Then, let us begin. The clock's hands crept ominously towards 6 p.m., signaling the end of yet another monotonous day at the office. With a heavy heart, I approached my boss, desperate to escape the suffocating grasp of work and return to the sanctuary of my home. But his steely gaze bore into mine, his lips twisting into a sinister smile as he dangled the allure of a hefty bonus before me. Swallowing my apprehension, I reluctantly agreed, sealing my fate in a pact with darkness. As the day wore on, the office grew eerily silent, the hum of fluorescent lights echoing like a dirge through the empty corridors. With each passing hour, my anxiety mounted, a gnawing sense of unease clawing at the edges of my consciousness. But as the clock struck 11:45 p.m., I pushed aside my misgivings, eager to escape the suffocating confines of the office and return to the safety of my home. Stepping out into the night, I felt a shiver run down my spine, the darkness stretching out before me like an endless abyss. Ignoring the creeping tendrils of fear that coiled around my heart, I made my way to the parking lot, my footsteps echoing in the empty expanse. But as I approached my car, a sense of foreboding washed over me, a primal instinct warning me of impending danger. Ignoring the warning signs, I fumbled with my keys, the metallic clang echoing through the silence like a death knell. And then, with a sickening lurch, the engine sputtered and died, leaving me stranded in the darkness, a lone figure in a sea of shadows. Panic seized me as I glanced around, the oppressive weight of the night pressing down on me from all sides. With trembling hands, I reached for my phone, only to find it dead, the battery drained beyond repair. A cold knot of dread coiled in my stomach as I realized the gravity of my situation, alone, stranded, and vulnerable in the dead of night. Forcing myself to remain calm, I locked the car and set out on foot, the darkness swallowing me whole as I ventured into the unknown. Each step was laden with uncertainty, the shadows shifting and twisting in the moonlight like phantoms in the night. But as I trudged through the darkness, a sense of unease washed over me, a feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. With each passing moment, the sensation grew stronger, a gnawing fear that clung to me like a second skin. And then, as if from the depths of my worst nightmares, they emerged, twisted specters of the night, their forms shrouded in darkness, their eyes gleaming with malevolent intent. With a strangled cry, I turned and fled, my heart pounding in my chest as I raced through the darkness, the creatures hot on my heels. But no matter how fast I ran, they were always one step behind, their unearthly shrieks echoing through the night like a chorus of the damned. With each passing moment, the darkness seemed to close in around me, suffocating me with its oppressive weight. And then, just when all hope seemed lost, a beacon of light appeared on the horizon, a solitary figure standing by the side of the road, their face obscured by the darkness. With a surge of desperate hope, I raced toward them, my footsteps echoing through the silence like a drumbeat in the night. But as I drew closer, a sense of dread washed over me, a feeling of unease that crawled beneath my skin like 1,000 tiny spiders. With a sinking heart, I realized the truth. The figure was not a savior, but a harbinger of doom, a twisted reflection of the horrors that lurked in the darkness. And then, with a bone-chilling scream, they lunged forward, their hands outstretched like claws, their eyes burning with a hunger that could only be described as primal. With a strangled cry, I turned and fled, the sound of their laughter echoing in my ears as I raced through the darkness, the creatures hot on my heels. But just when all hope seemed lost, a light appeared on the horizon, a beacon of hope in the suffocating darkness. With a surge of desperate hope, I raced toward it, the sound of my footsteps echoing through the silence like a drumbeat in the night. And then, just as I reached the safety of the light, the darkness closed in around me, swallowing me whole as the creatures descended upon me like vultures on a carcass. With a strangled cry, I fought back, my hands clawing at the darkness as I struggled to break free from its suffocating embrace. I stumbled upon a highway teeming with life, a beacon of hope in the suffocating darkness. But as I reached out for salvation, the world turned its back, indifferent to the terror that stalked me. It was only in the presence of a solitary old woman that I found solace, her weathered face a testament to the horrors she had witnessed. Together, we boarded a bus, seeking refuge from the encroaching darkness that threatened to consume us whole. But even within the bus, the horrors persisted. One of the creatures infiltrating our sanctuary with a malevolence that defied comprehension. With every blow, it resisted, its unearthly shrieks piercing the veil of night, a harbinger of unspeakable horrors yet to come. Battered and bruised, we sought refuge in the sanctuary of the city hospital, our bodies a canvas upon which the night had painted its darkest nightmares. Though disbelief awaited us, we clung to each other, united by the shared ordeal that had forever altered the course of our lives. Haunted by the memory of that fateful night, I vowed never to move alone in darkness. Leaving behind my old life, I embarked on a journey into the unknown, guided by the knowledge that even in the darkest of nights, there are angels among us, and demons too, lurking in the shadows, waiting to claim their next victim. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the memory of that harrowing night refused to fade. Sleep became a luxury, each night plagued by nightmares that mirrored the horrors I had witnessed. Yet amidst the darkness, a flicker of hope remained. The old woman and the bus driver, whose acts of heroism had saved me from certain death. Though their faces were etched in my memory, their names remained elusive, lost amidst the chaos of that fateful night. Determined to uncover the truth, I embarked on a quest for answers, scouring newspapers and online forums for any mention of the creatures that had terrorized me. But with each passing day, my search yielded nothing but dead ends, the truth eluding me like a specter in the night. As the months stretched into years, the memory of that night became little more than a distant echo,